David Fetter, Executive Editor Technical for the Prepared Foods Network, and welcome to a Prepared Foods special presentation on technology trends in new product development. Our guest today is Alicia Heath. She's VP of R&D for the Knot Company, Incorporated. They're known as Knotco. Alicia is going to describe Knotco's Giuseppe AI, which the company describes as the ultimate R&D engine. Welcome, Alicia.
Hi, David. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
The pleasure is ours. Okay, let's jump right in. What, or should I say, who is Giuseppe?
So Giuseppe is an AI product development solution that enables speed and accuracy throughout the product lifecycle. For example, our Giuseppe AI concept generator leverages extensive databases and information to transform food innovation. Through Giuseppe, disruptive innovation concepts are created with brands and consumer segments in mind, or completely agnostic to that. And so it's able to unlock groundbreaking ideas. It mitigates bias by leveraging AI to move beyond what might just happen in a team brainstorming session, and includes multiple concept creations, target audience insights, and comprehensive product descriptions.
Oh, nice. What are some specifics in how it does all this?
Yeah, so for Giuseppe concept through social listening, it's able to not only identify a product concept, but also identify why a target consumer might need the product, what might be a gap in the products that they have today. Moving into the product formulation process, the Giuseppe Discovery module streamlines common R&D formulation tasks, such as brief pain point identifications, ingredient identification, consumer and competitive analysis, and regulatory review. It also resolves R&D challenges, leveraging curated data and literature to reduce product development timelines and minimize the time required for determining the optimal ingredients, and even the vendors to succeed in the diverse markets.
So now the vendor thing is fascinating. Do you bring in specific vendors to contribute information, or does it comb the entire ether of the internet to bring in vendor data?
Great question. So we are using what is publicly available, but also we work with some strategic partners to have some additional information from them. And so for those vendors that are providing that additional information, then there's some more detail and data behind
Uh, okay, can any vendor just give you all a shout and say, "Hey, we want to be included in this"?
it. Absolutely, yes. I'd say it is strategic partners, but definitely reach out.
All right, great. So overall, it looks like the whole goal is that it shortens product development time across the entire process chain. Do I have that right?
Yes, absolutely. And I'd say one of the great ways that it accelerates innovation by reducing the traditional R&D bottlenecks by leveraging data. And so one of the big areas is also that we're able to do what we call a multivariable analysis. So Giuseppe is able to take a formulation and based off of the feedback of the performance of that formulation, optimize across multiple different areas. And so this speeds up the time to get to a accurate prototype and to get to what your target might be. And it's a state-of-the-art tool to make the brightest ideas a reality.
Wow. So, all right, now, without, giving away proprietary information or naming names, can you give us an example, case study of Giuseppe in action?
Yeah, absolutely. And so to not reveal any confidential information in business to business, we are working with a number of different clients from startups to the big guys. We're working with 7 of the top 20 CPGs. But an
Oh,
example of what we did internally was around cocoa. So, everyone in the food industry knows that cocoa is facing some issues, reaching an
right.
all-time high pricing in December, and continue to meeting sustainability challenges. So our chef team was able to work not only with that ingredient curation, but also process parameters. So they were able to replace the cocoa in both a chocolate drizzle application, but then also in a brownie. And so anyone who gets to visit our office, the culinary team is kind enough to share brownies with everyone who comes in. And that brownie base has 0 cocoa in it.
Wow, that's great. So it's like not only tell us about what Giuseppe can do, but you can taste it too, right? That's excellent. So, however, it also brings up another question. As a former chef, is there a danger of Giuseppe and similar AI products replacing research chefs?
Absolutely not. So, Giuseppe is a partner that we have, and what the work that NACO has done has demonstrated that the future of food is an R&D human AI collaboration. So Giuseppe is not just a code; he's not on autopilot and taking over. He's a member of the team, always pitching in. Whether at the beginning of the process, it's to throw in a crazy idea that the team might not have thought of, a resource to help build out an experiment, making sure that the team is looking for any pitfalls or optimizing to achieve the perfect result. The collaborative approach really enhances that scientific capability and drives the strategic direction of a project, but it also comes through in the results of the project. And so the integration of Giuseppe AI really signifies this evolving talent landscape in R&D that fosters both human and AI collaboration, and new roles emerge based off of that. It's demanding both deep scientific expertise and tech fluency. And this blend is for a more efficient, sustainable food future, driving innovation. And I'd say at the end of the day, it is that partnership. And so it really is that mindset shift within product developers to have that open mind of how AI can help to augment them and help them accelerate their learnings.
Pretty much another tool in the research chef team's creative armory. Do I have that right?
Yes, exactly. Giuseppe is just there to help accelerate innovation, eliminate the traditional R&D bottlenecks, and empower brands to leverage data and direction to transform their category. Through the B2B focus, Notco highlights how R&D serves as a powerful tool for other brands, providing the technology and insights for companies to meet the growing demand for sustainable and innovation solutions globally.
Hmm. Uh, One thing I was thinking of, though, you mentioned throwing out crazy ideas. That intrigues me because that, again, as a former chef, that's kind of like the realm of the human being. And it's curious to me how AI can replicate that because that's all, I mean, that is a specifically human thing to be able to take two disparate flavors, as it were, and combine them where you wouldn't think they would combine. A great example is famous chef, and I'm embarrassed that I can't remember her name because this is like 35 years ago. I was doing a profile of her, and one of the recipes she provided was a dark chocolate ginger sorbet. And I have eidetic flavor memory, so when my brain put together chocolate and ginger, it was clashing. And when I made the recipe, tasted it, completely different. It really did melt. How can AI do that? That's what I want to, and that's what I'm curious about. How can AI do it? Or does Giuseppe just suggest that, and then it's up to the team to carry it through and say, oh, yeah, that does work, or yeah, it doesn't do it.
Yeah,
It-
absolutely. So Giuseppe will provide formulations based off the experiment that a developer sets up. And so Giuseppe learns from the good and the bad. And so at times there might be a trial that does not work. But that's a territory that then Giuseppe learns to not explore that area and explore the success. And there are those combinations that just work that as product developers we would never try. And so really that acceleration can happen even more exponentially when there are solutions that an R&D developer would not predict. And only through AI and removing the biases does the product developer try an unlikely solution that might result in a really great prototype.
that's actually refreshing, and and better than that, the fact that AI, like Giuseppe, can self-teach and learn, that kind of puts them ahead of a lot of interns I've had to deal with in the kitchen. So I didn't say that. Alicia, thank you very much. We're out of time, and there's always so much to talk about. We'd like to have you on again sometime, if that's okay. And I want to thank our audience as well for joining us today. Lisa, you've taken the fear out of AI and you've shown us how it really can bring value to food and beverage product developers. So we're much obliged. For our audience, you'll find a whole lot more on everything from AI to other aspects of product development trends. It's in the form of videos, articles, podcasts, infographics, webinars, etc., all right here at preparedfoods.com. Again, I'm David Fetter, Executive Editor Technical for Prepared Foods Network, and this was a talk with Alicia Heath, VP of R&D for Nutco. They're the developers of the Giuseppe AI Innovation System. So again, thank you for joining us, and until next time.